Hi everyone, Lisa Cole with Coordinates Collections, and I'm here with a September kit project video. This is for Valley Girl, and I'm going to give you a separate video for Preppy Boy with a few projects that I created that are going to go along with a challenge that I'm going to give you on Monday on the blog. So you're not going to see that video right away, but I do want to give you some today. So this is what I've got to show you. This kit spoke to me for so many reasons, mostly because I have a girl, and she loves these bright colors. She is not a demure, shy little girl. I mean, she couldn't be coming from me, but she loves bright colors and dresses that way and is a colorful person in life, and so this was a perfect kit for me. So I wanted to show you what I did. The first one I thought was really interesting because I bought this sewing machine and I was so, excuse me motorcycle, I was so excited to try this sewing machine, and I had this great idea that I was gonna do a 2-page sewing layout, and this is how it started. I got so excited with these papers because I love this black pattern paper from Bo Bunny, and it started like this. It was going to continue, and I was going to put my 5x7 here and have a couple more photos, and when I put it together like this, it looked like a jail cell, and I couldn't get away from that. And unfortunately, I'd already sewed on the cardstock and everything. I sewed down the middle of these black strips. So I got really disappointed, and I thought, how am I going to fix this? And so this is the thing I wanted to tell you is, don't be afraid to bag part of your project. And then I just flipped it. And then I loved it in the horizontal mode. And I loved how my pictures were more close together, more just making this layout the statement itself instead of spreading it out, which was my intention at first. So I love this, and I started with this background blue paper, and I laid just some strips of the black Bo Bunny. This is from Cosmo Cricut DeLovely, which the colors are just screaming hello to me. I love it. And then I just stitched a black border, and then I went across, and I'll show you up close of how I just took lime green thread and just kind of, you know, crooked, wavy on the black strips, which was easy for me since this is my first time sewing. So I matted my focal picture, which was the black shoes, which I thought would be great for a colored mat. You know, it just really makes it pop. And I put it on here, and then I had die cut this giant rickrack. I wanted to say, what did I do with that? But you can also find a great edge like this in the Basil Just the Edge packages that are in the store, but I just happened to want to use that pink cardstock in the kit. So I die cut this giant rickrack and placed it on here and sewed it, and then I just tucked my photos behind. I mean, they're not even glued on here. They're just tucked, but they stand so nicely and saved me some adhesive. Hello! So then I used my Cosmo Cricut Tiny Type Alphas. Remember, we got 2 in the kit. I'm going to talk more about this. But I wanted to just put down what the shoes were so that when I'm an old granny at 85 and I say, oh, honey, those old shoes, what were those? You know, I can remember. These were Converse. These were actually Nikes. They look like skater shoes, which Emma loves. And these are her new love, Vans. Now, the funny thing, which brings this all together for me, for Valley Girl, is that when I was in junior high and high school, I wore Vans. They were the hot thing. That's when Fast Times at Ridgemont High came out, the movie. Okay, that was a little later than my high school years, but still the same. And Vans were all the rage. And so it's so funny to me that this is called the Valley Girl kit, and now my daughter is wearing Vans. So I love that. And I used this giant chipboard piece. I'll show you that up close. Let's not get into that. I'll show this giant chipboard piece with some alphas as my little journaling spot. Let's get on to the next one. This was my favorite paper of the entire kit. This was from Bo Bunny, Pedal Pushers, I believe this line is called. And I loved this ruled paper. It reminded me of school. I loved the bright flowers on it, and it just screamed to me just to do a simple photo and journaling. So what I will show you up close is how I layered on top of the printed flowers that are already on the cardstock, and I used many different things. And I put a simple 5x7. I cut a little bit of a punch of a black scallop just to set off the photo, and how I used just a piece of bright color from the bright colored paper from the kit that when I rolled it over, I got a really cool back pattern that just totally coordinated, and it was just like that little piece de resistance at the bottom of my page, and I loved it. These are all of the Cosmo Cricut Tiny Types with some basic gray letters that I bought. I bought 2 sets of each because I knew I would use them. And I just loved the title, which was On the Edge of 12, another month and my daughter is 12. And I loved the whole idea of putting it on the edge of the photograph and just, you know, little bullet points. It just was edgy to me, and I like to tie things together like that. So this is my second layout. And lastly, I did this really pretty card. I think it's really pretty because I love these colors again. But this paper was probably my favorite from the DeLovely collection from Cosmo Cricut, and this was the first one that I said, gotta have that in a kit because it has so many colors. It's very bright, but I love bright. I mean, my house is bright and I love this, but I backed it on the pink cardstock and I ran a really pretty little simple ribbon, which I had in my stash, and I love when those moments happen that you find something that's like, I've had that for 5 years and I can't believe I'm gonna use it. And then I put some little tiny type letters that say thanks. And then this is that beautiful Prima Bloom Blossom flower, whatever you want to call it, that we got in our kit. And I put one of the buttons and a piece of the, or a little brad from the Bo Bunny brads that we got as well, the glazed brads. So to me, it's just a perfect little kit card, and I put a little saying in there that says, for the wonderful gift along with the gift of knowing you, thanks for the wonderful gift. And I always need to say thanks cards, so love that. But what I wanted to show you is I got this color in my kit, but these flowers, you know, you may have got a different one. I love this soft teal, which would have gone lovely with this page as well, this little card. It comes in this deep, gorgeous purple. It's got hot pink edges, so it's electric. I love it. So here we are up close with the Valley Girl kit, and I'm going to show you just a few of the projects that I made a little more up close so you can see some detail. These are those beautiful Prima blossoms. I think they're called Gypsy, or that just might be this color, I'm not sure, but I always go back to the word Gypsy. And this is what I created with the card. And I wanted to show you up close just that gorgeous paper, how quick and easy a little bit of cardstock backing can just make the colors pop. And how I added the little title with the Cosmo Cricut Tiny Type Alpha. This is the pink, but it's the same idea. And then a button and one of the glazed brads from Bo Bunny that you got in your kit into the center. And I just love that this is the focus. Really, really pretty little card that I know one of my girlfriends will love. I want to talk about these Tiny Type Alphas for a second, because if you don't have these and they are still in the store, there's several different colors, run out and get every single one. Not only are they a bargain price, I think they're either $149 or $199, but I love these alphas, and I'll tell you why. Each row is one separate letter, so you're not having to like dig in to get an E that's in here along with some F's and some D's. Every row is the same, and so you just peel from the right if you're right-handed or left if you're left-handed, and you just go in as you need them. It is too easy, and I love them. And they come with these cute little words at the bottom. So that is why I would suggest getting these, and I'm getting every single color. I'm sold. Okay, and also I wanted to tell you that this was an add-on for me that I used a lot this month, was these Basic Gray Basics, and this is from their new Basics line. There's a smaller font, and this is all capitals. I bought 2 of each for the black because I just love the simple font. Okay, so for my next project, I created that sewing project with Emma Shoes, and what I wanted to tell you here about this big journaling piece is that, see, there's those Basic Gray basic letters that I spelled out school shoes, and then I used 2 of the tiny types, just the double O, just to add some color and some different style. But I used them again here with the word bands. I just love that font. I just can't tell you that enough. But this is that sheet I was talking about, the big 12 by 12 chipboard sheet that you got, and it came right here, and it was just, I don't know, I just loved it for that layout. I thought it was perfect. So just wanted to show you my stitching up close, and Stacy Kingman, any details and tips that you can provide a layman stitcher such as me would be greatly appreciated. And so there, I love that one. And lastly, this really used this chipboard sheet, and I wanted to show you up close, was all the detail and some dimension I got from the pre-printed sheet. So I used a lot of the chipboard pieces, and I overlapped my photo. Gosh, I hope that's not a shadow. I hope that's just... Anyway, and I used this butterfly and these flowers down here, and I put buttons, and I put rhinestones on here, and I put this giant jeweled button little sticky that I got in my kit this month, and I just put some little sprays here, and I just thought that added a lot. And so as you can see, I used quite a bit from my sheet, but look how much more I have. I mean, to create some really cute cards, and I love these large brackets. So many great ideas. So don't forget to check out the gallery of everything that the design team did for you this month.